for not going empty-handed last minute. LinkedIn.
Hello guys, welcome to KP classes. My name is Virender and today we are here to discuss about CSIR NET examination. As all of you know that our examination is supposed to happen on 8th of this month. Okay, so I hope everyone is prepared and ready to rock the exam. Okay. So here, this is just a last minute strategy and tips I am going to tell you for our CSIR NET exam, which you guys should follow. The first thing foremost I should tell you that if you are studying, if you are from environmental background or you are from geology background, you are from geophysics background, and now these days geography students are also sitting for this one, our exam. Okay, so competition is very high. So main thing is that geology students are only studying for geology and they try to cover the oceanography also and the atmospheric sciences also. Okay. Now these geophysics students also they try to read geophysics as well as geology plus these things. So if you see the whole syllabus is very vast. Okay. The syllabus here is very vast. Okay. So you cannot go and cover all the aspects of the exam. So what do we need to do? We need to be very smart here. Okay. There are a lot of choices are going to come here in the exam. Okay. We have to prepare very smartly. So if you see, everyone is preparing at his own level. Someone is spending 6 to 7 hours per day. Someone is spending only 1 to 2 hours. Maybe that the person who is spending 1 to 2 hours is able to crack the exam. Okay. What is the reason here? Because he is preparing smart. So if you leave geology and all subjects, you have 30 marks of aptitude also. And aptitude plays a very major role. If you go to geophysics students, they are good in mathematics. Okay, so they try to score cover marks from. So on an average, if you are from general student, if you are getting somewhere around 120 marks, 110 to 120 marks, so you are good to go for JRF. Okay, now how many marks? 30 marks are from aptitude. So do not ignore. My suggestion is that from aptitude at least score somewhere between 20 marks. Somewhere around 20 you should hit, because if you are hitting somewhere around 20 marks from the aptitude session, okay, then you are having a part B and part C. Okay. In part B, you guys can easily score. Why? Because part B is the easiest. Okay, because as in part B, they are just asking you the direct questions. No logic, no much explanation is required there. You just have to remember things. They do not ask much logical things, but these days they are including atmospheric questions also, oceanography questions also in the part B. Previously it was not like that. Okay, previously it was rich in geology questions. Okay, now from last 2 years I have seen this pattern change, that in the part B you are going to find geophysics question, you are going to find oceanography, atmospheric questions. Okay, and that too, those questions are very easy and they are very direct also. Okay, so what you guys need to do, you should at least give a brief reading to these things. Okay, now if you have given a brief reading to all these subjects, okay, plus 20 marks at least we have scored from that, that your aptitude session. Okay, now after aptitude session we are just left with at least 90 marks. We have to score 90 marks. Okay. So scoring 90 marks is very easy. So if in part C I am just attempting 10 to 15 questions, because at max I have to do 20 questions. So if you are a geology student, prepare only geology. Focus should be on geology because that is important. And if the geology students are the oceanography ones, okay, if you see the oceanography syllabus is very limited. There is only one book which cover all the aspects. Okay, then there are 20 questions from oceanography also and 20 questions from the geography also, or geology also. Then 20 are going to be from geophysics. Okay. So geophysics students and the geology students, what they can do, they can prepare oceanography. Because if you are able to attempt at least 7 to 10 questions of oceanography, then 7 to 10 questions from your own subjects, you are good to go. Then no one can stop you. Okay, so like this you have to prepare, you have to make your mindset what kinds of questions you have to attempt. Okay, so first of all this roadmap should be clear to you guys. Okay, then we can move towards our main topic, that is your problem solving. First prepare, then download previous year examinations, try to solve them and see how much you are scoring. Okay. Once you keep on doing all these things, okay, then you will be able to self-evaluate yourself. Okay. So I won't waste much of your time today in giving all these lectures. Okay. We are just here today to discuss about June 2020 paper. Okay. So I'm going to give you answers of June 2020 exam of CSIR NET. Okay. So only part B I am going to discuss. Okay. So part C will be taken the next coming days. Okay. So let's start. So if you see, we are having a part B. Okay. It has, this is section 2 and it has 50 questions in total. Okay. From that 50 questions we have to attempt at least 35 questions. Okay, and these 35 questions, from if you have studied only your subject, okay, you guys can easily do up to 25 questions, okay, without getting negative marks. Now we have to increase. So I am telling you, read oceanography also. If you are studying oceanography, you will be able to add up 10 more questions. Now, whenever we are studying something, let's say someone is doing PhD in particular subject, he says that I am very strong in igneous petrology or metamorphic petrology. Okay, so people, you will come across students like that. Okay, even I have seen some students who say I am very strong in this subject, but in exam, whenever I go now, I find some of option like that, some of my question like that, that I have not even heard of. Okay, so like in GSA examination, you are getting around, on an average, you are getting 10 questions from each and every subject. Okay, but if you have studied whole everything, still there are chances that you guys will be able to do only 7 to 8 questions per subject. Okay, so do not get overconfident in a particular subject. Okay, so key point here is you have to keep revising. Okay. So here, let's see here. We are having 35 questions. From that we have to attempt 35. Okay, and total 70 marks are there. Okay, now let's see the first question here. See these types of questions. In part B, do not think that if they are giving a numerical or something like that, that its answer is going to be very large or a large calculation will be important. Okay, but here it is not like this. A simple answer, like in this question. Okay, compared to the Earth, Neptune is approximately 30 times farther away from the Sun. Okay, he is saying compared to the Earth, Neptune is approximately 30 times farther away from the Sun. its period of revolution around the sun in Neptune years would be. Okay, so this is just what they are trying to do. Okay, in this question, they are just trying to confuse you by giving all this information. This information. This information is not required. They are just making you confused so that you guys keep on doing the calculations. Okay. Now here, this is important. The period of revolution around the sun. This is what he has asked. Okay. Period of revolution around the sun. But the key point which you should be aware of and focus here is in Neptune years. He is asking in the Neptune years. Okay. If he has asked in Earth years, moon days, okay, then you have to get involved in the calculation part. But here in Neptune years, that is only one. The time taken to complete one complete revolution that includes for 1 year for a particular planet. That is one direct answer. So no need to get into calculations. So these types of tricky questions comes in part B. Then next question we are having here. The earth is shaped like an. Do we need to see the options also here? No, I do not think so. The earth's shape is oblate spheroid. Okay. Next question we have. Which of the following minerals determines the strength of the earth's continental crust? If you have studied mineralogy, in that you have studied crust and silicates also, and you might know that earth crust is made up of silicates maximum. Okay, maximum minerals which are present are silicates only. Okay. Now from silicates we are having silica, which is most abundant. Okay, now I have taught this in around 3 to 4 days ago that earth crust is bonded by the strong silicon oxygen bonds. So SiO, that is we need. Okay, SiO4 is quartz, so its answer is going to be quartz. Okay, let's see the options. See there, quartz is given, so its answer is quartz. Next question. If the attitude of two limbs of a fold was measured as 263 by 29 degree north and east, the fold axis will plunge in which one of the following quadrants? Okay. So many students, what they do when they see the structural geology question, they think that it is very difficult, we won't be able to solve it. So they skip these types of questions. But do remember that this is in part B, so it is going to be direct. So here he has said, so directly draw first north. First of all, you guys, whenever you guys do structural geology, you should be aware of the directions north, south, west, and east. Okay. Now the first one is north, dipping in north like this. The other one is dipping in east. It will be like this. Now axial plane will be passing from it. Okay. So answer is going to be your northeast. Axial plane has to pass from the center. Okay. So answer here is northeast. Simple questions. They are just trying to confuse you guys. Next, which one of the following is the fastest spreading ridge on Earth? Now, when they are asking about ridge, you guys may not know the answer about this one. Okay, but you guys can what you guys can do. You guys can relate it. Okay, you should relate it with the plates. Which is the fastest plate? Nazca plate, and Nazca is in Pacific. So answer here is going to be East Pacific plate. Next question. Which of the following is true for a disconfirmity? Disconfirmity. So a gap in the geological record bounded below by igneous rocks and bounded above by sedimentary rocks. Now this is not disconfirmity. A sequence of rock does not contain any gap in the geological. Then it is not even unconfirmity. Then how it can be part of a disconfirmity? The gap in the geological record where the strata below and above and erosion surface are horizontal. Yeah, this is disconfirmity. They need to be horizontal above and below. Okay. If they are tilted, then it is not disconfirmity. The next question, in an Earth's interior, the increase of P wave velocity at 670 km discontinuity is caused by phase transformation from. So at 410 kilometer we are having one major discontinuity where olivine is getting transferred. Okay, then at 660 kilometer again we are having another discontinuity. So here 670 or 660, some books it's 660 and some books it's 670. Okay, now here what do we need to do? What is happening here? The silica is changing its phase from 4-fold to 6-fold. Okay, so it is becoming from 4 to 6-fold. Because of that, it is able to accommodate more magnesium and iron in it. Okay, now let's see the options. So olivine to spinel, this is not happening at 660. So olivine is not there. So we can, so all these can be skipped. This will be your answer. Garnet to perovskite structure. So perovskite structures are getting formed at 660 kilometer. So garnet is getting converted into the perovskite structure. See next question. Which of the following minerals exhibit maximum number of cleavage planes? Okay. So this is again a simple question. We just need to have the idea of the question. So if you talk about calcite, calcite is having 3 sets of cleavages. This is also having 3 sets of cleavages. This fluorite has 4. Okay. Now sphalerite has 6 sets of cleavages. So this will be our answer. So what should be the difference between calcite and galena? Galena and calcite, both of them are having 3 sets of cleavages, but in case of galena, these 3 sets of cleavages are intersecting at 90-degree angle because it belongs to isometric system. Calcite is rhombohedral. Okay. Next question. Which one of the following boundaries approximately represent the great oxidation event in the Earth's history? This is again very simple question. That is your Archean Proterozoic. If you are getting these types of questions in exam, then you are good to go. Okay. But these days, the level of examination has been raised. Next question is, which one of the following clay mineral is devoid of iron? Okay. Chlorite contains iron. Glauconite also contain iron. Okay. This is iron potassium. This contains potassium also. But camosite is an end member of chlorite only. It also contains chlorite. Kaolinite is only which does not have iron in it. Okay. So what is the formula of kaolinite? Al2Si2O5OH4. Then Precambrian rocks are exposed in which of the following? Mumbai, Delhi, Lucknow, Bhuj. So this is again an easy question which you guys should answer. Okay. So anyone who want to answer this one? Let's see how many students here. Okay. Now here, if you see, if we talk about Mumbai, let's see first of all. First option here is Mumbai. Mumbai, we know that most of it, what rocks we are having? We are having Deccan. Okay, Deccan is Cretaceous, so we can remove that. Now let's talk about Bhuj. Bhuj also Cretaceous. Okay, we can remove it also. Then Lucknow. Lucknow we are having mostly sedimentary. Okay, then it can be your tertiary or quaternary sediments. Okay, in Delhi we are having Precambrian rocks. Okay, mostly quartzite. Okay, and to be exact, Mesoproterozoic rocks are present here in Delhi. So its answer is Delhi. Simple. Next question we are having. Extensive living coral reefs occur in which of the following places? See here, the point here, the question here is living coral. Corals we are finding in many areas, but living, they are particularly at Kavaratti only. Okay, so extensive coral, living corals, they are present at Kavaratti only. Next question is, which one of the following forces inhibits plate motion? Okay, so plate motion, which forces are responsible? So they are just asking which are trying to stop the plate motion. So first one is slab pull. This is not trying to stop the motion. This is in cycle. Okay. So ridge push, if you have seen that cycle, okay. Wilson cycle, you will come to know about these forces. Slab pull and ridge push, they are not trying to stop it. Then we have trench suction. This is again not trying to stop it. Basal drag, it will try to stop the motion. Why? Because at the base you will be getting frictional forces also, which are against the motion acting. So they are trying to stop it. The next question, let's see the next question first. Next question is, which of the following symmetry operations would give a result similar to an operation of a bar 6 symmetry? Bar 6 is mean that it is having a 6-fold symmetry as well as roto inversion. Okay, 6-fold symmetry plus roto inversion. This is equal to 3 by m. Bar 6 is equal to 3 by m. This means that this is having 3-fold symmetry plus m, we are writing it in denominator. It means that we are having a mirror plane which is perpendicular. Okay, so we are having mirror planes which are perpendicular to the axis. So bar 6 is equal to 3 by m. Let's see the options. A fold symmetry axis with a minor mirror plane perpendicular to it. No, this is wrong. So 6-fold, it is not 6-fold symmetry. Okay, so we can remove 2 options. Let's come to the third option. A 3-fold symmetry axis with a mirror plane perpendicular to it. So this is our answer here. Okay, this is what I have told you. Bar 6 is equal to 3 by m. Next, the texture in a graphic granite can represent which of the following stages of crystallization in the albite silica binary system. See here, the only thing which you guys should be aware of is this graphic texture. If you guys know about the graphic texture, then you guys can answer this question. All these are just to confuse you. What is graphic texture? Graphic texture is when you are having equal grains and they are going together. Okay? Now, equal grains and equal size grain will happen at the when both of them are crystallizing. Okay, so that happens at only eutectic point. Okay, so it is going to be eutectic point. Next, the mass of the Earth crust, its mantle and core are in the ratio 7 is to 690 is to 3 is to 03. Then their contributions to the Earth gravity field will be in the ratio. So here we know that the mass is directly proportional and that too raised to power only 1. Okay, so it is only raised to power 1. Okay, so why this ratio will change? This ratio will never change. This will stay same. So it is going to be same. Next, we are having the Earth's magnetic field in the mantle. Okay, he's asking the Earth's magnetic field in the mantle is 0 everywhere due to high temperatures. Increases sharply with depth, decreases sharply with depth, attains an infinite constant value. First of all, we should be aware, in order to answer this one, these are just logical questions. Okay, if you see, let's talk about bar magnet. Okay, the field is strongest near the bar magnet, near the north end and the south end. Okay, as we move away from it, it keeps on decreasing. Similar in Earth, who is responsible for this magnetic field? Our liquid core. So the field is going to be strongest near the core. So as we are moving away from the core, it is going to decrease. But here they have asked in reverse order. Increases sharply with depth, decreases sharply with depth. So as we are going towards the crust, this is going to increase. Okay, so it increases sharply with depth. This will be your answer. I hope everyone is getting this. Next we are having, if sigma 1, sigma 2 and sigma 3 are the principal stresses, then which one of the following stresses states is uniaxial? So in order to be uniaxial one, we should have value of sigma 1 principal stress only, other two should be 0. Okay, uniaxial one. So here option is sigma 1 greater than, okay, this can also be true, but all of them are greater than 0. This is not true. Here sigma 2 is not, so they both of them are wrong. See here this option. So fourth option we are having, no, not fourth option, third option. Sigma 1 is not equal to 0, sigma 2 and sigma 3 is equal to 0. This is going to be your answer. The next question here is the 27-day periodicity of magnetic storms observed on the Earth is attributed to. The first of all, you guys should be aware of that magnetic storms are happening because of the sun. Okay, moon has no role in it. Okay, so magnetic solar storms are happening because of the sun. So moon does not play any role in it. Earth is also does not playing any role in it. So let's see the question. So there is only one option: rotation of sun around the axis. This is going to be your answer. Other, they are asking about Earth, Moon. Moon does not play any role. The next question: the magnitude of two earthquakes A and B are measured on a Richter scale as 6 and 5 respectively. Which are the following influences were? Now, he is saying Richter scale. Okay. Now, all of you should be aware of that. Richter scale is a logarithmic scale. With each step, there is a tenfold increase. So, now he is asking about which of the following inferences is valid. Okay. So, we have to see all of them first. The energy released in A is 10 times that of B. Okay. Now, you guys might get confused and answer this one. Okay. Here he is asking about energy. It is not asking about the amplitude. Okay. So, amplitude is getting raised by 10 times. Not energy. Energy is getting increased by 16 times. Okay. So, this is wrong. The amount of destruction in case of A is 30 times. No, this is also wrong. The ground motion in case of A is 10 times that. Yeah, this is right. The ground motion here is going to be 10 times. So you need to remember these two things, amplitude and energy. Energy gets increased by 16 times and amplitude gets increased by 10 times. According to Noble 1 model of global plate motion, the correct sequence of the plates in increasing order of their angular velocity with respect to the Pacific plate is one of the simplest question again. Okay, I did give you an answer. The maximum velocity is having Nazca one. So from here we can shortlist two options. So answer is going to be from 1 and 2. Now let's see India, Nazca, India, Nazca. Okay, so we are good to go with 1 and 2. Now let's see here South America and Antarctica. Antarctica and South America. Okay, so we are trying to arrange it into the increasing order. Okay, now if you see Antarctica is present at the top, so it is moving less, so its angular velocity is also less. But your South America is somewhere at the middle, so it is when it is rotating like this at the middle, it is having maximum angular velocity. So our answer here is going to be this one: Antarctica, then South America, then India, NASA. Next is the duration of the Cretaceous normal superchronics. This is a simple question, direct answer. 40 million years. The S shadow zone of the Earth is nearly. Okay, nice question. Now he is asking Earth shadow zone. S shadow zone. So first of all, you guys should be aware of the shadow zones. So for P, shadow zone is 103 degree to 143 degree, somewhere like that. Okay. For S waves, it is 103 to 103 degree. Now all of you might be are getting confused how it is 103. Suppose this is my Earth. Now from here I am bombarding. So let's say this is going 103 and this is also 103. From both the ends it is 103 and this whole zone is my shadow zone. And if you see here difference is 40, here difference is somewhere around 150. So it is equal to around 4 times to the P zone. 4 times that of P zone. In case of P zone, it is only up to here. 143. This is P zone, P shadow zone. I hope everyone has gotten this one also. Now, next. For seismic wave propagation, the Earth acts as high cut filter. This is direct answer. Now, the ray path of a body wave propagation through an isotropic, see this one means it is independent of other direction, radially symmetrical layered earth model. Okay, there are 3 to 4 key points. Radially symmetrical, then layered earth model. Okay, then we have to find the ray path. Okay, now first is that it is radially symmetrical, so the path is going to be curved. First thing, because radially it is increasing radially in size, so the path of the rays is always going to be curved. Okay, now he is saying it is layered also. Okay, so different layers are also present. So if it in a particular layer the velocity is not going to change, but after all when the layer is getting changed, so its velocity will increase. Okay, then another layer velocity will increase. So here what will happen? First thing is that you will be getting curved path. Second is your velocity will be increasing linearly. Why linearly? Because in every layer you will be having increase in the velocity, and in that layer that same velocity will be happening. Okay, it will be moving with the same velocity. Let's see the options. A straight line cannot be there. So curved path, there are three options. Curved path due to linear increase in velocity with depth. This is going to be your answer. Then we are having which one of the following is not an autotrophic organism? Simple. This is autotrophic, this is autotrophic, this is also autotrophic, this is not autotrophic. Then which one of the following is true for ocean? Okay, so here you have to talk about the ion concentration. Which one is more? Okay. Now this is least because it is very less stable and it gets broken down into bicarbonates. Okay, so bicarbonates are maximum, and this and then this. This is going to be your answer. Redfield ratio refers to the. This is a simple question. Okay, Redfield ratio. Okay, this is basically your mean molar ratio of carbon, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Okay, in an organic matter. Okay, so these are just directly given in your books. What is this ratio means? Which one of the following fishes is a mesopelagic fish? Okay, so here mesopelagic is this one, Argyropelacus affinis. This is your mesopelagic fish. What type of a marine environment would have slowest rate of recovery from a large oil spill? So here in this question they are asking which one will be having lowest rate of recovery, means that it will stay contaminated for larger amount of time. Okay, so for that what do we have? We need to have minimum flow in that area. It should be stable. Okay, so first cyclonic gyres, no, their movement of water is happening in anticyclones. Okay, water is getting mixed, so here it cannot stay for longer time. Okay. Then we are having highly productive waters. In case of highly productive waters, there is a upwelling is happening. So how it can stay? So we are left with only one option: cold environment with little waves. Yes, here it will stay for longer amount of times. Okay. Next question we are having. Which of the following satellites do not provide information on oceanic bathymetry? Okay. So bathymetry, we want to know about the shore, slope, these areas we want to identify. So which of the following satellites do not do that? Geosat, ERS do that. Coastal zone color scanner, they are not responsive. They do not help us identify those things. This will be your answer. Then the magnetic North Pole is currently migrating from Canada towards which of the fall regions given below? If you have read about your North Pole, okay, magnetic North Pole, you know that it is migrating towards east. Okay, so if you see Canada, if I am taking Canada somewhere here, then Greenland is somewhere here. Okay, so it is migrating towards the side. So here we are having Russia, and on top of Russia we are having Siberia. Okay, so it is moving towards Siberia. And when which one of the following does not influence the latent heat flux at the air-sea interference? Here the answer to this question is very simple, because whenever we all take the values at that sea level, we are taking 1 atmospheric pressure, 1 atmospheric pressure. So atmospheric pressure does not influence the latent heat flux. Wind speed does that, relativity humidity does that, evaporation does that. So atmospheric pressure is our answer. Then we are having which one of the following processes can be related to the continuity equation. Okay. So first here is divergence or convergence at a given horizontal level leads to vertical velocity. Then we are having ocean currents tend to flow parallel to isobars due to Coriolis force. The upward pressure gradient force is almost in balance with downward gravitational force. The wind-driven turbulent mixing generates a mixed layer in the upper ocean. Okay, so its answer is going to be your first one. The divergence or convergence at a given horizontal level leads to vertical velocity. So these are from oceanography. Okay. So in this course paper, you guys, so here questions from oceanography is also started coming. Select the correct group of forces which are primarily considered in the derivation of Ackermann spiral in the upper ocean. So if we are talking about Ackermann spiral, the first force which should come into your mind is your Coriolis force. Okay. So in this, Coriolis force is not given. So let's move forward. Let's see the other option. So see here, in 3 Coriolis forces given. Then gravitational force does not play any role in Ackermann's force. So these two cannot be your answer. This is going to be your answer. Then for which one of the following ocean waves surface tension is the principal force, principal restoring force? So whenever we talk about surface tension, then the first thing that should come in your mind is capillary. Okay, so in capillary tubes, the water molecules are held together by surface tension. Okay, so here there is only one capillary waves, but capillary, you guys can relate it with that. Okay. Now, river discharge is estimated on the basis of rating curve. The highest variability of annual rainfall in India is observed over the. Here, he is asking about annual rainfall variable in a region. Means that at some times there is rainfall is happening, then annually maybe there is no rainfall in a year. So that happens mostly in the desert areas. So we are having one option. Thar desert region. So this is going to be your answer, because here maximum variability is going to be in one season you may be getting rainfall, and next season maybe for next 2-3 years there is no rainfall going to be there. So this is going to be your answer here. Then we are having littoral drift is the volume of or mass of sediment transported by. So whenever they transport volume transporter, so answer one swash is always and long shore current. Okay, so this is going to be your answer. Long shore current, swash, taking in, bringing back, going in, coming back. A drainage system which has maintained its general direction across an area of localized or regional upward is known as antecedent drainage. Antecedent is down drainage which regains its course. Okay, so they regains their course. So answer here is going to be antecedent drainage. Next, we are going to talk about in an isobaric or adiabatic processes, the temperature that is attained in an isobaric process when water vapor present in a sample of air is considered is called wet bulb temperature. No, it's not wet bulb. Then virtual. This is equivalent temperature. This is going to be your answer. The concentration of the trace gases by volume in the lower troposphere in the decreasing order is, so decreasing order, they are asking about the decreasing order and the trace gases. So first one, we know that the carbon dioxide is more than the methane is more than nitrous. So this is going to be your answer. So we only talk about carbon dioxide, okay, and after carbon dioxide we have methane. So our direct answer is this one. Which one of the statements about the satellites in the geostationary orbit is correct? Incorrect. So they are asking about incorrect. So geostationary satellites are those satellites when they are in the atmosphere. So they appear stationary to us. Means that they are also moving at the same speed as we are moving. Okay. So the first question. They orbit at a height which is about 5-6 times the radius of the Earth. This is correct. They move in the opposite. This is wrong. Okay. If they are moving in the opposite direction, then how they can appear stationary to us? I am going in this direction. That person is going in this direction. Okay. So it won't be. This position is never going to be constant. Okay. So this is going to be your answer. In an ICO standard atmosphere, the lapse rate per degree Celsius kilometer in the 1120. So here he is saying 11 to 20 kilometer. This is 0. If it is as in troposphere, then it is 6.5. The season of the Earth occur primarily basic question because of the tilt of the Earth. The tilt of the Earth axis of rotation. Which of the following is a diabatic process? So here diabatic is used. Okay. So convection is not diabatic. Okay. So diabatic processes, they have to deal with the heat flow only. So do not get confused with the convection. Convection is not diabatic. Radiating heat or cooling, this is diabatic. The next question, Rossby number. Simple question again. So they are, see here, Rossby number is inertial forces to Coriolis force. That is the ratio. The rate of change of relative circulation following the motion for a barotropic atmosphere cannot change due to change in zonal location. The time interval between successive spring tide and neap tide. Yes. Always maximum time. You are getting questions from this. Spring tide and neap tide. Okay. So understand its concept clearly. So Sun, Earth, Moon. We are getting spring tide. Okay. When or Sun, Moon, Earth. Then also we are getting high tide. Okay. When Sun is present here, Earth is present here, Moon is present. At this time we are getting neap tide. Okay. Now this position Moon takes 4 times in a month. Okay. So 4 times in a month means it completes the revolution in 28 days. Okay. So after 7 days, so successful spring tide and neap tide we get in a after 7 days. 7 here, then 7 here, then 7 here, 7 here. Then the cone of depression in groundwater forms around a dry well in the fresh water of a fast pumped flow well in the salt water introducing from the sea to the level in a sink hole. See here, if we are having a well like this, water table is like this. If we keep on pumping out water, see we have started pumping out water. So what will happen? This water level will keep on going downward because we are pumping excessively water. Okay, so this is known as cone of depression. So here answer is going to be in the fresh water of a fast pumped flow well. This is going to be your answer. So here we can conclude our part B. So here I have shown you all the questions, around 50 questions of part B, and you guys might have seen all these questions are direct questions. Okay? Not much reading is required here also, and you guys can solve them easily. Okay. So do not confuse yourself in the examination, because what happens whenever you go for examination, there is a lot of pressure also. Okay, all you guys, whether we will be able to do that or not. Okay, so a lot of pressure is there. Okay, so first of all, go to the exam, stay relaxed, take your water bottles also with you because a lot of heat is going on. Stay hydrated with a cool mind. If you think about these questions with a cool mind, you will be able to solve them because you guys have read about geology throughout. Maybe okay. So part B, if you have not read now, then also you can do because here general common sense questions are there. Some questions are you guys do like Rossby number, like fossils they were asking. Then you need to remember, but most of the questions you guys can answer just by thinking normally. Okay. So next we will be taking on part C. In part C, that is a tricky part. There nothing is going to be direct. They are logical questions. Okay. So there are no direct questions, logical questions are present there. So part B, if you are good in rectification and everything, you are good to go with this one. From here, if you are attending, doing somewhere around 25 questions, okay. So 25 into 2, 50 marks, 20 marks at least you are getting from your aptitude section. So you have reached 70 marks. You only need 40 marks or more maximum. So 10 questions at least you need to do from the parts. So like that, break. Okay, break every section, then start doing it. I hope everyone have enjoyed this session. So let's meet some other day. Meanwhile, if you are having any issues, you guys can. Yeah, someone has commented something. Let me see. Friction and correlation. Yes, Akash Singh, Akash Kumar. Friction is there. So that is why I did go by the elimination purpose. Okay. Where is that question? I solved it by elimination purpose. Okay. No, okay, you were asking by inertial to this one. Friction and correlation. Okay, that question. Here is that question. This question. So wind stress and friction are responsible. Basically, this Ackermann spiral, this is coming originating from the below and coming upward. Okay. So it is happening because of this frictional forces only and correlation forces. Okay. Now gravitational force is not responsible therefore because it is coming from down to upward. So in book you will find this exact line written. The gravitational force does not play any role in this one. So here all are direct questions. They are just taking direct lines from the books and asking them. Yes, yes, sing, yes. Okay, you said Delhi of answer of that question. Okay, so Delhi mostly we are having quartzite. Okay, Mesoproterozoic age to be exact. So if we do not know the answer of the question, what we can do? We can go to the elimination purposes like Bhuj and Mumbai. Remove them; they are Cretaceous. Then your UP is almost what it is sedimentary rocks. Okay, so UP we are having your quaternary. So guys, best of luck for your exam. Okay, what you guys can do after coming, okay, after coming back, what you guys can do, I will post my Telegram link also with this, so you guys can join our Telegram channel. So while when you come from the exam, you guys can ask our questions and we will be answering them. Okay, so we can do that for you because now no one among you want to wait for the key to be published. You want to know the answers. So for that, we also need to know the questions. What kind of a questions has come. So what you guys can do, you guys can join our Telegram channel and you guys can start posting questions in that. We will be answering them. Okay. So best of luck, guys, for your exam. And if you guys need any career assistance, you guys can directly call our number. Okay, and we will be happy to counsel you in your career. Okay, thank you guys.